Wow. Good morning. Last night I posted on my Facebook that I was tweaking to go back to work today, and I got 18 messages and a few comments, a few text messages asking like, are you okay? And I posted on there like, if you don't know, please don't ask. So it has nothing to do with my kids. Like, everything is fine. My mental health is good. Much better than where it's been like in a while. But a lot of people don't know that in November of 19, I had went back to work after having Celeste. I don't want to say where. I don't want to give too many details because, first of all, I don't think my boss would like that, but also because getting into stuff kind of makes me even more nervous. Like, I'm sitting here like playing with my fingers and like my nails right now. But so I had my daughter Celeste September 23rd. I went back to work, I think November 6th or 7th. And my second day back at work, I was kidnapped, zip tied, a weapon held against me, forced to open our safe. I was alone, and it was the scariest, I don't even know how long, of my life. I haven't done a story time because I'm not ready to, but I think going back to work is like forcing me to do a little bit of like a story time. I don't really know if I would even be able to. Like, I've actually tried once or twice, but again, giving details, thinking about things like is really, really hard. Especially like living on my own with my two kids. Like, that was obviously like what you think about in a moment like that. And a lot has changed. I felt like there were so many people that reached out to me, so I kind of like not owed you guys an answer, but like wanted to kind of clear the air that like, you know, everything is fine. Unfortunately, I am going back to work today at the exact location where this happened. Probably not the best move, but I'm doing what's best for me and my kids. To be able to keep my feet on the ground and my head above water, so to speak. Sorry, it's like really weird talking about it. Like last night I couldn't really sleep. I have like a walk-in closet in my room, and so I was like going back and forth between like open door, closed door, open door, closed door, you know? It's a really hard thing to like explain if you haven't been in that situation. You know, everybody handles things like that differently. Everybody like processes, and the aftermath of it is like something, you know, I didn't really think PTSD was what people explained it to be. I did go to a psychiatrist for a while and a psychologist, just because it was like right after I had my daughter, right after my marriage was like exploding into a 5 gazillion pieces, and then like I had to move in with my mom, and I lost my apartment, and like, you know, it was like a lot of things that all had happened. So I was diagnosed with PTSD along with some of the other some other issues, like as far as from my marriage. But yeah, that is what that post was about, and I just want to say thank you to everybody for like reaching out. I wanted to make this before I got to work because it does make me feel like, you know, I have a lot of people that like were backing me and just checking on me and like making sure that everything was okay. So a couple things to note as far as going back to the exact same place. I'm not alone. I wasn't actually supposed to be alone that day, but I was earlier than the person who was supposed to come in before me, so I went in to like open the store and get ready because it was already after our open time. And I was like, okay, I don't want to be opening any later than like a couple minutes after, you know, it was already late. So I went in to open and I was alone, and I wasn't supposed to be alone. I had everybody went in together, so yeah, I'm not gonna be alone. My boss, we kind of spoke about like having the cameras on my phone so I could check everything before I walk in. Not that that would help in the situation prior, because there was that you couldn't actually see where the kidnapper was. I say kidnap, but he was there for a substantial amount of money. Those of you who know what I do will know what I mean. Those of you who don't, again, I don't really want to put too much out there. But he was there to rob my place of employment, and I just happened to be there, right? Because he needed to open the safe. So he needed to wait for an employee to get there. I won't be alone. The cameras might be on my phone. We haven't like really discussed that. I'm not going to be opening or closing alone. At some point, I'm going to have to. We don't know when, but the plan is hopefully in like a month or so, I'll be comfortable and adjusted. It's crazy to think that it was, what is that, 9 months ago that this happened. And like I'm still having the side effects of, you know, don't enter a dark room without turning a light on first, and kind of like staying behind a corner and like sort of waiting for somebody to like bum rush me, you know what I'm saying? Like last night when I was trying to go to sleep, I would like close my eyes and kind of just like see things I didn't want to be seeing, you know? I didn't sleep alone for like the first 2 weeks. I slept in my mom's bed. I took the baby's crib out of my room and put it in my mom's room. Sawyer slept in my mom's king size bed. It was me, my mom, Sawyer, and Celeste was in her crib next to my mom. We had to sleep with like almost every light on in the house. At that time, Celeste was still waking up for bottles, so I had to have a light on in the kitchen. I woke my mom's boyfriend up a lot to either come upstairs or downstairs, or just like, can you go turn on the light for me, you know? The guy that I was seeing at the time was very like, whatever you need, just let me know. You know, he came over right away he took off of work that day, came over to like spend the day with me, or the remainder of the day. Anyways, I was in the police station for a while, but there's even things that like I don't remember. Sorry, this video's all over the place. There's just like so much to say, you know? But there's things that I even don't remember, that like being back in the store, obviously, like I went to go talk to my boss again about coming back, and being back in the store. First off, talking to the other girls there, because, you know, obviously something like that happens, like everybody's talking about it. But talking to the other girls and just being there, like, it sparked other things in my mind, you know? And like, I talked to my boss. I was like, are you going to let me see the video ever? And everyone's like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. You don't want to see that. Like, don't watch that video, you know? Which I get it. Like, I get why people are like, don't do that. You don't want to see that. But in the same token, like, I almost want to see if I did something wrong, if I made a mistake, because I know one thing I did that, well, first of all, yeah, okay, I shouldn't have gone in alone, but we were late, and I don't like to be late. But, you know, I like walked in and I realized, or I thought I forgot something in my car, and so I turned around and walked back, like walked out of the store again, you know? So I don't know, there's like things that I wonder if I wouldn't have done or would have done if it would have changed the outcome. But you know, once somebody is in a store attempting to burglarize, that's what they're going to try and do. Those of you wondering, he actually did not get any money. He was caught, and the police were there within like 3 minutes, I want to say. You know, I don't really remember everything, especially because at that like moment I'm not keeping track of time. I'm not like, you know what I mean? But yeah. So that's like pretty much what happened. Not what happened, but like what's going on. Like I said, I'm going back to this store because I'm doing it for my kids and for myself and for, you know, to have my own home again. And yes, I'm living on my own again. And, you know, I'm like proud of that, but I'm also like, yikes, I bit off a lot. Like, this is very demanding of me, especially because I haven't worked. Like, I've been at home in my comfort place, you know. So going back to work full time at this specific location is like a big jump for me. So, you know, we're gonna see how things go. I think my boss is hoping that I get comfortable a lot quicker than what I'm thinking I'm gonna get comfortable. God forbid I like walk in and I hear something, I'm turning around and I'm walking right the heck out. You can't get me to stay. It's not gonna happen. Like, I'm waiting until somebody else gets there with me. You know, I'm not gonna walk in there alone ever again unless I'm 100% sure and comfortable and can see on the cameras. So we'll see. Today's my first day. Wish me luck, and thank you guys again so much for reaching out. It means a lot. I may muster up the courage to do that story time video. There was not a lot published in the news, partially because, you know, you don't want to give anybody ideas or like tell them how or why or what. But I may do a story time as briefly as possible, just to let you guys kind of know. And oh, another security measure, we're gonna have like little life alert tags. They're like on strings and they're necklaces. But again, I'll say this, in my situation, I would not have been able to get to the button. You know, it all happened so quickly, and I was like so scared that if I tried anything or like tried to like, you know what I mean, that I could have been killed. So, right. Super like uncomfortable conversation, you know? Okay, well, happy Monday, guys. I hope you have a great day. And